Hello and welcome to the InTheMoneyStocks.com day trading blog. What I'd like to do first is go over the markets today, just briefly, and we will look at the breadth of the market quickly and what we did today in regards to action day trading wise. What I'd first like to focus on is the E-mini chart, which is the S&P futures, and go over the action we had today. Alright, here you can see this is the daily chart stretching all the way back to late February over here, all the way to today's action. What you can see here is we've had quite an unbelievable run, all the way up from the lows back here from that drop off in February where it looked like we were going to take that huge hit here. And what did we do? We made a nice little W pattern here, little WV, and boom, right up. The key here, going back and just looking back, was the break of this here. If you just draw that line straight across here, you get all that up. And that was the key to go long there, is once we broke above that main drop. The breadth on the market today was mixed, to say the least. What we saw, and I'll look at the intraday, we saw crazy trading here. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And then all of a sudden, late day on light volume, look at the volume down here. We took off to the upside. We took off all the way up to about 233, and all of a sudden volume started to come in, but it wasn't on the upside, it was on the downside. And you can see what happened here. We sold off hard, coming all the way down, touching that low and actually breaking one tick below that low. And this is where we closed at 4:15, which is when the E-minis close, the S&P futures close. This is the after-hours trading here, starting at 4:30 and so forth. So we're basically staying in that range. Right now, you can see the new contract for tomorrow, which starts at 4:30, is up 1/4 of a point. Nothing big there. All right. So as you can see, this is the second day in a row we've had a late day sell-off. Granted, the market still, for the most part, stayed positive, especially the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq's been much stronger than the Dow and the S&P, but this is showing a significant weakness, and especially when the volume kicks in here. Okay. All right. Now let's go over day trading today. What you can see is our P&L close today was $580, almost 81, 580.86 to be exact, and we are holding one swing trade overnight in the day trading portfolio. Now let's explain the day trading, the swing trade in the day trading account. Normally, we do not hold day trades overnight, but it's important to realize why we're doing it. This market is extremely overbought, but they're able to keep it up here. And when I say they, the institutions and the money and the LBO, the leveraged buyouts and the M&A action, the merger and acquisitions, keep pushing this market up. Every day there's a new buyout. Today was Kirk Kerkorian buying the Bellagio in Las Vegas. And every day that happens is keeping these stocks trading at a buyout premium. So when you have that, you have action in the DXD, which is a ProShares ultra short, meaning it's short the Dow 2 times. And look at this down chart here. What a chart. Now the reason we pick this up is as a hedge. And a hedge is mainly used to offset any major drop in the market. Therefore we stay short, along the DXD, which is short the overall Dow 30 down here. Alright? And we're able to day trade mostly on the long, look for scalps, and if we get caught in anything, we believe this long position helps us out greatly. Okay. So as you can see, we were down in this stock, but by late day, that sell-off pushed us positive, a dime on the day, and holding 800 shares, we had a nice little $80 gain. Nothing big, but again, it's kind of that hedge one because we think we're going to roll over here and have a correction. The day trading. One of the trades, our first trade of the day actually was this VION, Vion Pharmaceuticals. What we saw here is volume increase over here. Now, we actually bought in based on some rumors out there that we had heard and some volume spikes and a little more action down here, right in this candle right here. The entry was $1.97. Okay? Now, as things traded here, we saw nothing happening. 10 minutes go by. Nothing happening. 10 minutes go by. Nothing happening. Another 10 minutes going by. The general rule we follow, and this is a key, and this is in our swing trades handbook on the website on InTheMoneyStocks.com, which you all should be reading. There are rules to live by. is that if a trade does not work out immediately or within a certain allotted time, you end up getting out of that trade and moving on, because in general, if it does not work out, the trade will become a loser. If it does not work out in a certain amount of time, it will become a loser. Now, this isn't 100%, but it's a 95% rule, and that's what we took. We follow our rules to a T at InTheMoneyStocks.com, and that's how we don't get hurt big. Now, we ended up taking out a $15 loss. We had 1,500 shares here, one at 197. We took an out at 196, losing $15. Now, we were right on the money here that something was going on, but we went out too early. And that's fine, because you know what? I'd much rather be safe and not make the money than be unsafe and lose a ton. Okay? We took the out, and then right afterwards we did get a spike up, but you know what? That's fine. That happens, and it will happen. It's happened to us a million times, and it'll happen a million times more. The important thing is, at the end of the day, our P&L right here, $580, almost $81 profit. Okay. The next trade we got into was the CLWT. Now, we had been following this yesterday quite a bit and noticed a little bit of action starting in here, and a nice little bottom here, flat bottom. And whenever you get a stock that runs up so drastically, like here, you're looking for a retest of that flat bottom, and you'll get a spike up. And that's exactly what we were looking for today. And very thinly traded, only took a small position, but we picked it up right in this area here. And as we actually put our sell order out at 285, just so we could be out there, because we know it's so thin. So if they push it up quickly, we get taken. And that's exactly what they did. We sold it out right here for a $185 gain. Just knowing how stocks trade, you can often take advantage of that on volume spikes. And you saw the volume spike right here. Okay. Our last day trade was ZView, handheld entertainment. The key to this trade is that it's very volatile, and there are big lot sizes that come in and out of this stock. A lot of bids that come in at 100,000 bid, even though the stock only trades 800,000, as you guys can see here today. Bids can come in, and we knew this. And the key here was we picked it up. We actually did 3 different trades. We were in and out 3 times today, each time scalping just a little bit. But if you know how to stock trades enough, and if you guys ever are interested and come into the day trading chat room I run, I can teach you guys how to find these things. And what we ended up doing was we picked up the stock right in this general area right here. I think actually we picked it up right here at 196. Nothing was happening, but we noticed bids coming in on level 2, and this is why it's so key to learn level 2. It can tell you what's going to happen. Alright, and what happened right here is, you can see all of a sudden, right over here, we had a 100,000 share buy. Actually, it was a total of 125, I believe. And all of a sudden, you got action in the stock, and volume picked up, and we got a spike up here. Selling it right up here. We didn't sell it at the top, but we made a nice, pretty profit of almost $200 there. And then what you have is the masses coming in, rushing in, and buying follow through. All right, and we at InTheMoneyStocks.com are smart enough to know to sell these guys. And as they push it up here, it gets weak. Bam, falls right off. One of those day traders start dumping. They dump, and they push the stock down almost back to where it was. Well, guess what? I'm there, buying in right here. Okay, right in this area. Pops right back up. We sell again right here. Okay. Then again, later in the day, the rest of the day traders holding, dump, boom, and guess where I am? Right here, picking this up and selling it. All right, so in and out 3 times. When you're dealing with very cheap commissions, which our preferred broker has, you can do that, and it barely costs you any money, especially when you're not doing large size. And you can pick those up, dump them here, just be picking up $50. The first trade we made almost 200, the second only 100, and it gets smaller and smaller because just like a pendulum swings less and less, so do the swings in a stock. So the key here again is to notice these moves and analyze them and be right there to pick that stock up and play it right. Those were the day trades for the day. That will be all for today. I will post this every day. with our day trade P&L here, profit loss that is, and how we're doing. And I will go over each day trade and try and help everyone to understand how we day trade here. I encourage everyone to join the day trading chat room that day trades. It will help you immensely. And those of you that aren't into day trading or have day jobs, I strongly encourage you to join the swing trade alerts, which we post whenever we see a swing trade that matches our proprietary analysis, which is right on most of the time. We send out an email alerting buy signals for us, and if we think it's a sell, we will do a sell signal. So I strongly encourage any of you that don't day trade and just are swing traders, when you like to hold a stock for a couple weeks or whatever, that is the play you want to do. All right? Thank you for coming, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.